Hello everyone, and I want to welcome you to my video about my contest entries. This is for the contest over at ScaleModelAddict.com, and I urge anyone who's interested to go over there, register on the forums, and check out the contest. Entry fee is not very much money. There are prizes that are going to be given out by the staff over there, and those prizes are not based upon modeling skill. They're based on criteria that they understand. I would look at Scott's video about the contest and see what he has to say. I'm going to put the link to that video down below at the bottom where the comments are, where the video information is. So just click on it and you'll be able to find a link directly to the video. Entry fee is not much money again, so just go over there and enter. Again, I'm going to have two entries. One's public, one's private. What I mean by public and private is the public one, I'm going to do a continuous YouTube video build on it. The private one probably won't show up until it's done. Once I post the final entry on it, then I'll start posting the YouTube videos. Part of that is the private one, I think I'm being really creative and I'm going to catch everyone off guard with it. Not that I think someone's going to steal my idea, because you would have to be partially insane to steal that idea. Well, maybe not partially insane, just my special form of genius, let's put it that way. And I just want to save it. I would love to see everyone's reaction when I get that thing done and posted, okay? The public view, it's going to be a 1/350 scale diorama, okay? Setting is Japan. Is kind of a sci-fi setting, so we're going away from the planes. There's going to be no huge Zeppelin in it, so sorry for the people who want to see me build the Zeppelin. That's going to come later, okay? I got the models on the floor at my feet and about to reach down and start grabbing at them. So why don't I do that? And yes, I said models. This is going to be 3 or 4 models in this diorama. It's not just one model, all right? Now, first model, 1/350 aircraft. This isn't much of a model kit. This is going to be more painting than anything. There are 12 aircraft in this box. I'm only going to use 2 or 3 of them. One of the things that makes me happy is there's a Corsair right there. It is an A7E Corsair. So yes, we're going to have a Corsair in this model, in this diorama, simply because I just got through building a Corsair. And that was a fun model to build. I liked that thing. There will be no 747s in this model diorama. No more of those. I've had enough of those. But I like the Corsair, so I'm going to include it. I'm probably going to include the F-15s or F-14s, one of the two. Okay? So they're going to be in there too. That's to start with. The next model we're going to discuss, Japanese Castle. It's a 1/350 castle. It's a GIFU castle. I'm not going to try to explain that. There's going to be separate videos detailing reviews of the kits, so you can see all 4 of the kits. Well, 3 of them. I'm not going to do a video review of the aircraft, simply because they're like 2 pieces. You glue the 2 halves together and you're done. Those guys are going to be more about painting and decaling at that tiny, tiny scale. You know, I'm going to be looking at that with bug eyes for a while. Okay? So we got the 1/350 castle here. This is a mountaintop castle. I have 2 or 3 other castle models, kits. I've had this idea for this diorama build since the last contest, and over the last year I've been slowly collecting these kits, so I don't pay a lot of money for them. And Japanese castle kits are hard to get here in the United States without paying a fortune for them. Got this guy on eBay for $25. Now that may seem like a lot, but this is not a small model kit, okay? Comparable model kit of this size over at your big box hobby shop is about $25. So I paid a good fair price for this. Alright? This is going to be fun. I've never built a building model. Not since I was like 7 years old and building train models for my railroad sets. Okay? So this will be fun. My next one. Now I'm going to say something. In the 747 model builds, some of you noticed some things popping in and out of the background in one of the builds and commented on it and were asking, why are you doing that? This is why. 1/350 Godzilla. I'm building a diorama of Godzilla stomping around in Japan. Okay? Now, this is one of the early versions of Godzilla, not the modern one, so he doesn't have spines everywhere on his back. This is an older version. There weren't many Godzilla models out there, and these were hard to find. And I was going to do a diorama of Godzilla and Mecha Godzilla. I do have the Mecha Godzilla kit, 1/350 from the same series as this. No Mecha Godzilla, because I got incredibly lucky. Let me show you the other kit. I was just looking on eBay one night, and this popped up. It had a buy it now on it. It came with Godzilla, so I actually have 2 of those Godzilla kits. King Ghidorah. Okay? It was a US seller. I paid very little money for this guy in the Godzilla kit. Don't know how that happened. Fortune was smiling on me or something. This is a rare kit in the United States. I don't know what it is in Japan. Some of you guys out there might be able to tell me. United States, not so much. Okay, I've only seen it twice on eBay. One time I bought it, the other time it went for like $65, $70. I'm not going to tell you what I paid for it. Okay, so I'm going to have King Ghidorah facing off Godzilla across the Japanese Valley. And this is going to be a challenge because this is 3 or 4 model kits. And when I review the kits, you're going to see why I'm calling it a challenge. You think the 747 had some bad seams. Wait till you see this King Ghidorah kit. It's got some uber bad seams. Okay? And that is going to be one nasty challenge. In addition, since this is going to be a fairly large diorama, and you'll see why I say that, because King Ghidorah is going to stand, you know, taller than I've got room for on this video camera. It's not a small model. So I'm going to have to make 150, 200 little tiny trees for this model. Okay? Not to mention mountaintops and also, you know, valley. Lots of terrain work. So it's going to keep me busy on that alone. The trees are going to range in height from 1.5 centimeters to about 7 or 8 centimeters. I did some looking. The typical height of a Japanese tree is anywhere from 10 feet to 70 feet. And it translates around to 1.5 centimeters to around 7 or 8 centimeters. So we're going to have some fun there. I did find some pre-made trees in a few places for railroad scenery. I might use a few of those, but for the most part I'm going to be cutting up extension cords, twisting copper wire, making my own trees. I might go out and dig up some plants, get their roots, and make trees from roots. The reason you make trees from roots is roots look more like a plant does at the small scale than just chopping branches off plants themselves. They won't look right at that scale because branches are designed to hold leaves, and leaves are huge. Roots are not designed to hold leaves, and they branch out, and just like a tree does, but only in the dirt. And they branch out less than a tree would above the ground. So if I'm going to make trees that way, I'm going to get some roots. I might try the parsley flake trick. Can't talk. The parsley flake trick for making trees. We will see. Because I'm concerned the parsley flakes will be out of scale. Because, you know, 1/350 people are tiny. They're like this big. You'll see that in the reviews because I got some 1/350 people to decorate the castle with. And you'll see them against Godzilla's toenail. Godzilla's toenail is bigger than a person. Alright, so there's my contest entry. Keep your eye out. We'll have the reviews of each kit. And then I'm going to start working. So I will be back.